Hi, I'm Chris Farrance. Thanks for looking me up. I'm a business consultant, coach and mentor, and I like to work with owner-managed businesses where trust, professionalism, service excellence and a high and repeat loyal customer base are must-haves. In the 15 years or so that I've been doing this work, I found that there are three chasms that businesses have to cross. The first chasm is the transition from being self-employed to running your own business. The second chasm is growing your business effectively. And then the third chasm is when you choose to exit and move on to other things. Let's have a look at the challenges, the do's and the don'ts that are associated with these chasms.
So the first chasm is when you move from corporate life to being self-employed, and let me tell you, this is a seismic change. Challenges you'll have to face will include generating income. So if you've got an idea for a service or a product, try and get somebody to pay for it as soon as possible, because that way you'll begin to understand what it is that people buy, what they value, and whether there's likely to be a market for what you have. Don't imagine that having made that sell, the money is miraculously going to turn up in your bank account like your corporate salary on the 29th of every month. You're going to have to chase that money in all probability, so you need to be really, really focused on managing your cash flow. The second challenge is understanding how to use your time well. A lot of people tell me that they didn't realise how much has to be done and how little time there is when they start to run their own business. So keep a diary and understand how you are spending your time, and make sure it has a direct relationship between the performance and success of your business. Don't waste time, make time doing the right things well. Being busy is not enough. You need to be doing things, as I say, that contribute to the overall success of your business. The third challenge is getting a network of support around you. Actually running your own business is quite a lonely enterprise. So you'll need to rely on family, friends and a professional network, people like myself who are coaches and mentors, to give you that support. Don't imagine you'll know everything. You won't. So don't be too proud to reach out and get support. There's plenty out there and people are more than willing to give it. If you have time, do have a look at Stephen Covey's book on the 7 habits of highly effective people. So now for the second challenge, you've established your business, you've been going, say, for 2 or 3 years, and let me tell you that you've done really well because 2 out of 3 businesses fell within the first 2 to 3 years. So you now want to generate profitable growth. And a lot of companies find that as they grow their turnover, their profit actually goes down. And that's because they are probably carrying a lot of customers in their customer base where the returns, one way or another, are not worth having. So as you build your turnover, make sure you do it profitably and have a look at delisting some of those customers who are destroyers of value. There's a saying that turnover is vanity, profit is sanity. The second challenge will be building your team. You'll want to get now some people around you who will help you grow the business and become a more properly structured business. Recruiting, you probably had some experience with this, is quite a tiresome process and fraught with danger. So do take time, be clear about what you want people to do for you and slot them in. Look at flexible employment contracts so that you can let them go, or they can go of their own accord if there's not a good fit. Remember that a badly recruited employee can have a really toxic effect on your business. The third thing is that you're going to have to be now more hands out than hands in. Up until now you've been the business and the business has been you. But you're going to let things go. You're going to have to delegate, you're going to have to invest in processes, and you're going to need to build a team around you who can contribute to the growth of the business as well. If you don't do that, you'll become pot-bound. So do keep an eye on the key performance indicators, but do give people space in which to do their own thing. So for the third chasm, you're thinking now about exiting the business. You've achieved your goals, you've achieved your dream, you want a better work-life balance, you want to perhaps do something different. People who run businesses do get bored and like a change of scenery. The first challenge you're going to have is finding out what the value of your business is. And if, as we spoke about earlier, you started with the end in mind, then you'll have been investing in things that have value, like brand, like a good customer base, like a niche market, like a good range of products and sales, process and intellectual property. Don't take the first offer. Think about what you want from the business, but don't be stubborn either about what the value is. The second challenge is to find some good advisors. It really helps if you like them because they're going to be around for some time. So find some people you trust and you can get on well with. They'll be wearing different glasses, of course, so they'll have a different perception about the value of your business than you do.
But don't procrastinate, get to a good conclusion, and when the time is right, make sure you've got some choices and options, and don't let people hold a gun to your head.
The third challenge would be an emotional one. Losing your baby. You've built this business, you've taken time, you've put a lot of sweat into it, I guess, and now you're letting it go. But take time to reflect. Think about what's gone well, what hasn't gone so well, what parts of it you've really enjoyed, because you might want to take them forward into your next chapter. Talk to your friends and family. They're usually good observers of what makes you happy, what makes you tick. It's a time of change, yes, but change is good because it presents challenge, and challenges keep us all young. Why would you want to have a conversation with me? Well, I've 30 years in a large FTSE corporate, 15 years freelancing. I've worked with a number of different businesses in a number of different sectors, in a number of different countries as well. I could actually go on about this for a long time, but what I'd actually like to share with you is some of the comments that people I've worked with have made about me. So I'll let you read these at your own speed, because I know you can read quicker than I can talk anyway. So how might we go forward? Well, I'd welcome a no-commitment conversation with you to understand a little bit more about you, your business and your business aspirations. Typically then, if we build sufficient trust and rapport, I'd come in and do a diagnostic on your business and get to understand a little more about the levers of performance, where the leakages might be and how we might address them. From this report, we then develop an action plan going forward, and I'd more than welcome the opportunity, because this is where I get my fun, to work with you and help you implement and improve your business in the way that we've diagnosed. If you'd like to know more, then I welcome a conversation, and my contact details will follow. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to talking to you. Bye.